You don't want this thing.
Oh, I want it as a fucking beater.
You want this thing?
I do.
No.
Yeah, I would love a beater like this.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to come in here and scold me.
No.
And now you're trying to buy it from me.
No, I'll gladly take it. Yeah.
I don't know if I want you.
You want to make a little money real quick?
Get out of here.
Quick and painless. I would love to.
Yeah, painless. This is still going to be a pain in my ass if you buy it.
It's going to be great.
Nah, no, we'll have some fun with it, and then we'll see if you still want it from there, right?
I might.
But I honestly pulled out the camera because Brian just pulled up on his lunch break, and I really want to see what he thinks of this thing.
I think Brian's going to do this. It's a hunk of shit.
That's what, we all said that last night. Oh no, he's gonna love it.
Interesting setup back here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Actually, there's not enough going on. I think it's the actual.
Do you have to fill it from here too?
Yeah.
That's cool.
What? What? All right, there's different perspectives here. I kind of like that you like it.
I really like this. It's a hoopty.
Yes.
It's a cool hoopty though.
It's a cool hoopty.
This is a cool hoopty. This isn't like, oh, I bought a 4-door 99 Honda Civic. This is a 4-door Skyline. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They're great commuters. But this is cool.
I might have bought the worst car I've ever bought yet.
Oh shit, you did that yesterday?
I want you to see this thing. I don't know what you're gonna say about it.
Honestly, like, I think 4-door Skylines ruin Skylines, but
Oof.
no, I just hate the taillights. I just think they were so good.
Really?
On every 2-door.
Well, you know what? It was
Why
kinda-
did they change it? Like, you could have just made it fit. Am I the only one who thinks that way?
It kind of feels wrong, like new 4-door GTIs.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that kind of feel, you know.
Oh, 100%. Like, GTI should not be 4 doors. That's wrong.
It's a Golf.
It's a Golf. You're right. I didn't even think
All right,
about it.
this is like the worst. Oh my god, just look at this thing.
Lots of rust. Rear windshield might fall out.
It did.
It did one time, for sure.
We heard it
It
yesterday.
did come with a vintage McDonald's straw. How old is this?
That's what I said.
So you say this is the worst car you ever bought?
Yeah, it is a bold statement.
You bought some stanky cars before, huh?
Yeah, you know what it is? I think it's worse in the fact that I feel guilty having a Skyline in this condition.
Whoa, look at that quarter panel. So
Yeah.
this is like, missiles are wrong. This could be a missile.
Oh yeah, because if I can get all the structural stuff is there and stable. If I can get this thing to run and drive half decent, it is the shit, so much stuff.
James,
It is
careful.
the missile. Yeah, that's my
Look
most
at that.
concerning. Stop it.
Well, it's not gonna get better by itself.
Just shove it with seam sealer, call it a day.
Dude, I don't know what,
Interior is mint.
this was a great car.
Yes.
Big hole. Very rusty. I could see why it was affordable. Well, how did it...
Just look at the dash and stuff. Look how clean the interior is.
Do you think most of the damage happened in America or Japan? Is this abused here or there?
I'd feel less guilty about it if it was abused over there.
It's cool. It's just clapped. I like it for what it is. For some
I like the energy coming from it.
the car's honest. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like one of those
car-
cars that looks clean and then you find, oh my God, there's a hole here. How did I not see that when I bought it? Or, oh my
Like
God,
a lot of JDM
there was
cars.
a dent here. How did I not see that? Which happens all the time.
Yeah.
This car's honest.
The Honest 32.
So it doesn't run?
No.
Goodbye.
See, I'm still having a little bit of buyer's remorse on this thing.
What does it look like under here?
Oh, you might not want to.
Okay. What do you do with this car, Jimmy?
Have a bunch of fun with it.
What I think is that what you're gonna do with it?
Power wash it, get it
Are you
running.
gonna keep it a secret?
No, I'm dropping it right away. Sick of secrets.
So what do you mean? Power wash it, get it running. I want to hear the rest. What's the rest of the plan?
And have some fun with it, and then sell it. Beat the crap out of it. Make sure it's safe. Off it.
Oh, it's a RB20 also. Yeah. This thing's got to be worth some money. Who needs one of those?
Oh, that thing is crispy. Why is
Not
that?
bad, huh?
Why is that so clean?
Right?
Yeah.
But it's
That's what
faded somehow, like as if it were in the sun.
Interesting. Tommy, $3,000.
Talk to me nice. It's like, yo, I'm a piece of crap. What up? Let's have some fun. Yeah?
It'll fit right in. The more we look at this, I think the more we're starting to like it. And my goal is to just get it running, wash it, and get it out of my life, and just make a couple bucks. But man, it's starting to look like it's that shop missile car that we've been wanting for a very, very long time.
Yeah, it's like, that's what the E30 was supposed to be.
It was what the E30 was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But that thing was so icy.
Yeah, exactly. And this thing is just like,
Because all the big stuff is in good shape. Like
It's like, what did you say earlier? It has a good skeleton, but real bad skin.
there you go. Yeah. Like I don't know. Maybe we'll wash this thing up, dig in it more, and see what we want to do with it. But I'm thinking we make this the party car.
Dude, slap some big old stickers on there, cover up them rust holes, and party.
I mean, it's got a quick release and already in a bucket seat already.
Have you seen this? Did you notice this on the wheel?
What's wrong with the wheel?
Look at one of the bolts.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. Hex head on the not a fan of that. But it's got
the cool kid combo.
the cool kid combo. It's got it's not a bride, but we got a bucket seat. We got a Nardi quick release. It's almost ready to drift. It just
needs to run.
Just kind of needs a run, and it needs a diff. Well, I know that kind of all happened out of nowhere. Trust me. It did for me too. But let me know what you guys think, because I really am very curious. Obviously your input means a lot to me, but I think this car is perfect for what I'm thinking about. I think you guys will agree. The car that we've been waiting for a long time.
I'm a big fan of this one.
So the footage might be a little random today, but we just kind of get a couple things done today. Today's like an errand day, because it's Monday, but I want to film a couple clips while we can. But another thing I want to get your guys' opinion on is the third lift. As you guys remember, it doesn't fit in DJ's bay, so we're stealing it and putting it in here, and we're ordering DJ up a shorter lift,
I
right?
still think that you did this on purpose.
No. I don't want to order another lift. At least not yet. It's just a lot of money. Like I get, whatever. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. It works out. So I'm thinking, what is happening over there? I want to figure out where to put this lift because I'm really eager for it. If it's already here, might as well get it up so we could use it. We're kind of torn between right here and right here, but I'm feeling over here. Kind of works pretty good over here, but it's a little tight, and I don't know. What do you think?
I think that earlier you said no more secrets. What's under those two covers?
No. So let's get these out of the way for now, and let's just mock it in place.
Many minutes later.
All right, so we just spent way too long trying to figure this out, but I'm thinking we all are thinking.
Please do not edit any of that. Leave it.
No, it's too embarrassing. Right here. Boom. Check it out. So it might look a little goofy where it is, but listen, having another workspace is always awesome. This has always been kind of just for storage. So we figured the angle would work best for two reasons. One, it looks really good because it mimics the whole angle of this, and it has a nice flow to it. What do you think?
I really like this.
I love it. It looks so badass. And then what's nice about the angle is if we have a car stored here with the angle, we still have room to work with the wheel right here, or else if it was parallel, we'd be kind of stuck up against the car. Front end and rear end gives us plenty of room. And what's nice is we have a bunch of room back here, so you could put a bench right here. If we have to have another box over here, plenty of room to do whatever we need comfortably and still film it, because that's always a big deal, is being able to, not be so close that we can't film it. So that looks so badass. All right, let me know what you think, but we're putting it there because it looks freaking awesome.
Let me know what you think, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Put it in the comments below where we should put it. This is where it's gonna be.
But this is where it's gonna be.
just give me confidence that it looks good, all right? It looks, yeah, that's it. Ship it.
They took my scissor lift. What am I supposed to do?
OSHA approved of that one before this. We're good.
Called him up?
Yeah. FaceTime. What's it? Zoom call? Never stand under it. That's a key point. Gotta be safe with that.
This is so dope having a third lift in here.
Yeah, wait for it.
Is that all we got?
Ew.
How'd we get it up here before?
RJ, clearly it's maxed out, you buffoon.
I guess this one doesn't go as tall as the advised.
Oh shit.
So what happened, RJ?
It doesn't have enough dick.
All right, so that kills that dream for today. We'll get the other forklift tomorrow.
And put it up.
And we're back. So I was planning on using today to do some K-Series stuff, but it actually works out better if we just kind of get a couple things done on this while we can. It's supposed to rain the next couple days, and I need to get this thing power washed because it's been sitting for 4 years and it's really gross. And realistically, I need to start putting together a game plan of how I'm supposed to get this thing running, because I have no idea what's wrong with it. And the first step is to getting this thing clean, and I don't know. What do you think?
I gotta go home and take my dog out.
Oh, hang on, let me push this thing.
Can we do it when I get back? I'll do it now.
No. I can't use the... Oh, this is not easy to turn.
Sounds like I'm going up a roller coaster on the first hill. This is payback for when I pushed the R32 all by myself.
Oh, I'm down a cylinder.
I know how that feels.
Oh man, we're almost there. See, I can't figure out if it's gonna look better or worse after I power wash it.
Huh,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Oh my God. Get some over fenders or something. How good are you with paper mache?
I'm not. Gotta get the goodies.
So as you can see, it is disgusting. So luckily everything in this engine bay has been sealed, right? All the intercooler piping's on, all the plugs are in, all the vacuum lines are on. Luckily it wasn't sitting torn apart. So hopefully the inside of the motor, still kind of fresh. Probably drop a little bit of oil in each cylinder before we try and cranking it over. But for now we should be able to just kind of spray and pray in here.
That's me in Warzone.
But I gotta take it before so you can see the transformation here. All right, look at this grime.
This valve cover is bad.
Wrinkle black going wrong. It's all right. It's all right. This thing's gonna be a gem once we're done power washing it. Also, by the way, while I have you guys, help us think of a name of this thing. We were calling it the Honest 32 before because, well, what Brian said, but I got a couple good DMs so far today of some funny ones. I kind of like the GTST Type M, but Type Missile, right? I thought it was cool, but this thing needs a name, so help us think of one, put it in the comments below, and I know you guys are funny, so we'll come up with something pretty quick. Donnie had a good idea. Cover the back seats. That's right. Cool. There's a lot and not enough happening in here at the same time. It's a good way to put it. Show him how stank it is. Give him a nice smooth clip.
Careful where you go.
Expose some of the rust. Look at the seam seal that was covering the rust. We can neutralize that, re-seam seal it, you know, it'll be brand new. I didn't think I'd ever power wash a car like this. And there we go. We got a fresh start. I don't even know where to begin with this thing. Let's drain the oil in this thing and see what it looks like.
RJ, let's start pushing.
Just do the tow hook.
That's scary.
The frame's good.
Well, I think it's good. I haven't gone underneath the thing yet. I kind of don't want to.
You kind of just have to, though.
It's all right. If there's a hole in the frame, I'm gonna weld a plate to it. It'll be great.
It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Well, it's nice. This thing's been leaking for so long. Everything's covered.
Just
in oil.
coated.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
There's as many holes in the floor as I was expecting. Kind of banking on the fact that the engine's good, you know. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's good. It
As
just,
expected.
yeah, it just looks dirty. I don't see any material in it. It's good. Oh, it looks super clean. Yeah, doesn't smell bad either. Just smells old. Doesn't smell worn, it smells old.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Better than I thought for 4 years.
Freezing. Look at the wires on that one. That brings me some real confidence.
It's like the bottom of a milkshake.
They're either gonna be awful or
They're not bad.
There we go.
These will do, but we could throw new plugs in because they're, what are these?
Put your hand behind it.
Yeah, they're not bad. We got some oil in this thing, and we're gonna put a little bit of oil in each cylinder because it probably hasn't moved in a long time.
We need to get a new turkey baster for the shop.
where'd the old one go?
RJ. That's it.
Yeah, RJ. Cool, let's throw some new plugs in this thing and crank it over. Here we go. Thank you very much. There's a lot of things not plugged in, there's a lot of things that are just cut. I see some wires that were melted.
I see some grounds that are red.
So if a car can crank, that doesn't mean it's anywhere near starting. But if we can hear it crank, then we're one step closer to it starting, right? Everyone, keep your ears peeled.
And nose.
Fuel pump?
Something happened.
It was the first time the car is powered. It actually is powered. Ooh, the cluster lights up. That's cool. And do the headlights work? They're on?
They're on.
Oh yeah.
Are they crispy?
Yeah.
We have tail lights. Hit the hazard. Zzz.
Half the lights work. That's pretty good. Well, the real question is, will it crank? Sounds like good compression.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad at all. Cool. That's cool.
That's good.
Doesn't sound like it has a dead cylinder. That's always really good. Well, he said that it never had spark. So he told me that it didn't run because he lost spark and he couldn't get spark back. So first mission is try and get this in spark. Then we put gas in it. Let's see if the pump works. He has an inline pump underneath and the factory plug seems to be wired to it. So let me know if you hear it kick on.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
it actually works. So we just need to get this thing to spark. That's easier said than done because like getting a car to spark is like,
could be anything.
could be anything.
All right, so check it out. We do have 12 volts. Hey, can you grab that for me? So if you look at this, we do have 12 volts at the coils, but when it cranks, and crank it, it goes away. So either the main relay is shutting off, I'm gonna go to crank it, or there's just a crazy drop. So let's check that out. So we poked at a couple of things, right, Ed?
Yeah, it's not good.
We had baby spark first, not too, for a little while.
Baby spark.
And
There is so many cut wires, so many splice things. There's so much going on, and you can't reach anything because the intake's so big.
Doesn't even have connectors on here.
It's real bad, and so it's kind of hard to figure out where to start. So we're just trying to tackle one thing at a time. One of the first issues, though, is I had a main relay issue, and I jumped it, and so that got us to the next stage. But even after that, we only had spark for a little bit, and it was like really weak. So the whole coil pack harness, real sketchy. Luckily, I have one from my RB25, and it looks like it's all the same because it's a Series 1, besides this one plug. So if I change this one plug, we should be good. All right, so these are actually a lot more different than I thought, but luckily we have the old harness to kind of dissect and learn, and then we can splice the connectors we need onto the new one. On the RB25 harness, there's only 6 wires that go into it. The RB20 has 7. So obviously we need this pigtail since we're using that igniter. So basically, it's literally the same thing, but with a ground on the end of it. So we're gonna chop this off, splice all these 6 here, right there, and then an extra ground, so.
A few moments later.
That's it. RB25 harness converted to an RB20. Pain in the butt, it was tedious, but at least now we know we have a good connection throughout all of them, and the coil packs are good too, so. Let's plug it all in and cross our fingers.
All right, let's see if that was worth the time. You ready? Shoot it. Nope. No good. All right, so I finally decided just to pull the cam angle sensor because this is one of the first things that usually fails on the RB engines. It's very, it's a sensitive piece of technology and it's old. So when you spin it, you hear the ejectors clicking. So what that tells us is the cam angle sensor is probably fine, right? Because they sound like they're clicking pretty consistently. What we should see too is the coil should fire also, and as you can tell, it's not happening. So what that tells us is it's something distinctively in the ignition system. So I just replaced the entire ignition harness and the coil packs themselves, and they're all getting power. I'm very confident I did that correctly, and it's still not getting spark. So I have to make sure the ECU is getting communication all the way to the coil packs. We'll check continuity on all those, and then we also have to verify, well, if the igniter is bad, or maybe even the ECU is bad, the coil drivers and ECU could all be burnt out for some odd reason. So we're getting closer. Kind of. So I just force fired the coil pack by actually like grounding it myself, and it didn't even spark it, but what we did hear was some crazy buzzing noise, right, Ant?
Sizzling.
Sizzling.
With little smoke.
Little smoke, and comes to find out we were hearing it was coming from over here. It looks like there's a short in the body harness right here, and for some reason when we ground the coil pack, it makes this go crazy. So I'm assuming whatever's shorting in here is probably our reason that the car is not sparking. Somewhere over here. So, yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those two big ass wires. Oh wow, they're cut through.
And what color are they?
Crazy. It's crazy that whatever's in the body harness is actually affecting the ignition system. You would think that you would see some type of short or other problems from it anywhere else in the car, but we have no other electrical issues. I mean, there's stuff going on, but like nothing major. The only thing that this is affecting is the ignition, which is really crazy. If it's really this, I'll be so happy. Either way, the things that we fixed needed to be fixed. So I'm happy that we went through it as much as we did. They're two big ass wires, so that will do something. So Ant, turn the key on. You ready? Oh! Oh, this thing's barking, dude! Wow. Wow, look how strong these coils are. Look at. They're like parking on themselves. That's crazy.
That is awesome.
Wow, it's been a long, wow. Okay, cool. That hidden broken wires is the epitome of electrical nuisance. So, let's put these coil packs in, put some gas in it, and give it a shot.
All right.
You feeling optimistic or what?
I'm feeling interested.
Obviously this car, it's not worth like sourcing an OEM tank and doing all that. Like the fuel cell works with this car. So I just don't know if I want this one. It's just big and...
Dishworks, where are you at? Enter the chat.
We have fuel.
Wow.
That was like 3 seconds, but it sounded so good. Hold up. I'm gonna get on the throttle. Okay, partial misfire.
Is it misfire or is it because it has no exhaust? This sounds funny.
Time will tell.
It didn't have rod knock. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's huge. That's the first time this thing's ran in 4 years. Let's see. Oh yeah. You hear that? I gotta put a little throttle on it. Some funny smells coming from that.
There's a lot of smells coming from that.
I gotta put a little freeload on the throttle. I don't think the IX working. Surprise, surprise. Oh my god. You smell that?
I do.
It doesn't smell electrical fire, but it still smells like that weird, sweet smell. You know what I'm talking about?
It smells like sand.
It's like
burning sand.
Burning rat's nest or something.
Yeah. It smells like old go-karts, like 80s go-karts.
Yeah.
Ant knew what I'm talking about. How do we send smells through a video? This is atrocious.
Okay, let's see if that's enough. You ready?
Ready.
I also never tried to fill the throat. Fuck it. You ready?
Send it.
There she is. There she is. That's cool. That's cool. It sounds good. Oil hasn't been pumping through this thing in like 4 years. The head's nice and quiet.
Some
It just stinks a lot of it. That's cool. It sucks because it has no rear end in it. Like it has a blown up diff and it's not attached to anything, so we can't just go drive it. And the clutch is just dead, so. But it's running.
It runs.
It runs.
Doesn't drive, but it runs.
That's cool. And it's missing a muffler.
So it sounds cooler.
Yeah, it's not that loud for missing a muffler. It needs a Kakimoto.
It does need a Kakimoto.
This thing needs a Kakimoto.
I wonder if that smell is the factory cat that's still on it.
It sounds like an RV. It sounds like an RV. I mean, why wouldn't it? But still, it's cool. This is so dope. It's a little oily, but remember I put a bunch of oil in the cylinder, so maybe there's residue. I don't know. I'm excited. This is fucking cool. It's always a really good feeling getting a car running after like a really long time.
It has reached operating temperature.
Well, one of the many issues is solved, so that's exciting.
That's good.
We'll bleed the coolant, get up to operating temp, hope that it doesn't piss coolant somewhere because RVs have a lot of coolant lines that, you know, like to leak. One of those things where it's like, what do we do off the rip to like keep it going, right? Because the whole point of this car is to kind of just like make it work and enjoy it. So we got to find that line of like, do we like strip the long block, regasket it, make sure it's okay? Or do we just not open up that can of worms and just try to do our thing?
I think you should just try and do your thing and see what happens.
I gotta delete the Hikist in it, fix it. I have to basically put new power steering lines in it. It needs that. The rack should be good, the pump should be good. It needs the whole rear end, which is fine. I'm gonna put an S13 different axles in it, so that should be fine. There's a bunch of little stuff, but the big hurdle is getting it running, and it's running. So now we can kind of tinker with it here and there and get it going.
Then we could see if it stays together when you clutch kick it around the corner.
I definitely need to get a new fuel cell for it. Or maybe like a fuel cell surge tank setup or something crazy. I feel like if we're gonna splurge on something on this thing, it's probably gonna be the fuel system and the suspension. So luckily I know a pretty good company.
Oh, little R32. I don't think you understand how much you're about to get abused.
Dude, this thing's seen some shit already.
It's gonna see some more shit.
See some more shit. All right, well, it's been a long day of nonsense, but we got this thing running and I still honestly can't believe it. So the goal is to get this thing running and make sure it can stay running. We'll get the coolant bled, all that. We have to get a rear end for this thing. Actually, Tommy has one for me, so I'm gonna go up there this weekend, grab the extra rear end, get that in, and some reason the clutch pedal is dead. It probably has a bad slave or something, so change that, and then we could probably drive the car for the first time, which is really exciting. We really gotta deal with this because this isn't even bolted down. It's just not a good tank for the car. If we were to like get an S13 gas tank and make it fit, S13 gas tanks are really hard to find themselves in good condition, since they are steel tanks and a lot of them just didn't last. So we'll see. I mean, for this car, I think a fuel cell would be plenty. We'll weigh the options. But we'll keep having some fun with it. We're not gonna go too crazy. Getting it running was the huge step, and yeah, nice work today, ain't it?
Thank you.
So it actually feels like a decent purchase now, which is really good because I was a little worried earlier today. So, but today was a long day, so you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and
Have a good night.